Alrighty, what up? It's Shankster94, and welcome to my third weekly Q&A. So I am looking forward to what questions you guys have for me this time. So I have my phone here. I've set for 1 hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and start that right now. Alright, so already we got some questions coming in. Great. Alright, so Ivan versus Ivan. Well, obviously Ivan wins. Snickers, or Hershey's bar. Snickers, for sure. What's up, Jericho? No, if you had looked at my channel, you would have seen Tuesday. Never said it was going to be Thursday. I don't say in advance what day or time it's going to be. I just schedule it, and you have to check my channel to find out. Just started, Dylan. You got plenty of time. Favorite WWE wrestler? That is random. Honestly, I don't watch it that much, so never really picked a favorite. And I only know some wrestlers, and I don't even know whether they're from WWE or WCW. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be John Cena. Which is better, Resident Evil 4 HD or Resident Evil 4 Remastered? What's the difference? Which Resident Evil game has the best crows? Probably one of the... either, I think, a remake or Zero. One or the other. Favorite Resident Evil 4 weapon that does not have infinite ammo? The hand cannon. Because, yeah, I know it gets infinite ammo when you fully upgrade it. But if you don't fully upgrade it, it doesn't have infinite ammo. So... I'll go ahead and tell you guys that I have watched the Resident Evil Vendetta trailer, and I think it looks spectacular. Who has the better bow, Krauser or Sheva? I personally think Krauser's bow is better than Sheva's. What happens if Resident Evil 2 was canceled? I mean, it'd be kind of sad, because they hyped everyone up about it for a while now. Do I like the fidget spinner? Yeah, I think it's an interesting little invention. And all the stuff people have already done with them. Yes, absolutely. Resident Evil 7 is a real Resident Evil. Yes, I am doing the games, Dylan, by order of release date. So right now I'm on Code Veronica. After that, I'll be returning to the spin-offs and playing Gaiden. If Capcom wants me to motion capture and voice actor for Resident Evil 8 or Rev 3. What is my new character? What is my new character's name? Which team is it going to join and why? That's a lot in one question, bud. Well, team-wise, it would be probably the BSAA. I can't really just think of a name like that. Why BSAA? Because the fight against bioterrorism, I guess. Sheva or Ashley? Sheva. Ashley is annoying as fuck. I don't care how good she looks. I have no idea when X will be uploaded, Dylan. Like, I'm still editing it. It's long. I'm halfway done. At least. I feel like with what I have left of editing, it should be done within a couple days. But then the uploading is a whole nother process, because since it's the longest playthrough up to date, it's going to take pretty much an entire day just to upload all the parts. It's possible that I might have to upload it 2 separate days, because there's so much of it. No, I haven't seen the fan game of Resident Evil 3.5. I don't follow fan-made projects that much unless they're, like, super popular. And I know about the Resident Evil UKG or something like that, which was like a fan-made project of Resident Evil 2 remake. But I don't, like, follow it, so I don't really hear about this stuff unless it's, like, in my recommended list or something. Resident Evil Dead Aim remake or Outbreak remake? If one of them were to be remade, I would hope they remake Outbreak first, because that is a far more superior spin-off game than Dead Aim. What would I do if there was a biohazard attack in my city? I would try to use all of the knowledge I gained from playing survival horror games and watching survival horror movies, and just apply it the best I can. Albinoid or Sea Creeper? What's the question? Like, which one do I hate more? Which one do I like more? You need to be specific, man. Am I gonna do the modern Resident Evil with the usual 50-minute bit or by chapters? Good question. Actually, I've thought about that already. And yeah, once I get to the chapter-based games, I'm just gonna upload each chapter as parts. Like, instead of part, it would be each chapter, no matter how long they are. If I take only, well, I don't know if any chapter is like super short, but let's say, for example, if it's only like 10 minutes long, it's still just gonna be a 10-minute video. If I take over an hour in that one chapter, that video is gonna be over an hour. Thoughts on and experience with Star Fox? I never personally played any Star Fox games. I have seen some gameplay of Star Fox, but the fact that it's one of the classic Nintendo like game series out there, and Star Fox himself is like maybe one of Nintendo's mascots, then I'm sure it's a great series. Besides Chicago Typewriter, what other machine pistol would I use? Probably the M4A1 assault rifle. So that's considered the assault rifle that came out in Resident Evil 3, and then was featured in some games after that, I believe. My favorite boss in Resident Evil Code Veronica X? Probably Alexia Ashford, like final form, because it just takes one hit of the linear launcher to defeat her. The first game I've ever played. It's either Crash Bandicoot or Need for Speed 2. Both of them on the original PlayStation. Have I done a Resident Evil intro with the Wesker weapon from Resident Evil 7? Yeah, I updated the intro in when I uploaded my weapon review for it. Would I be interested in being a life insurance sales agent? Probably not. I'm not too good at sales or like being a salesman. Exactly. Can I cook? Yeah. Enough to where I can survive. I'm not like a master chef or anything though. Nothing real intricate. What is my favorite handgun of all the Resident Evil series? Probably the standard Beretta M92, the Beretta M92F. It's like one of the most consistent handguns you see in the series. Am I getting the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy? Yes, I do plan on it. And if it stays exclusive to the PS4, it's the one reason I'm gonna get a PS4 in the near future. I know, Needy. Where is Alpha Omega Sin? He hasn't been uploading stuff lately. A few weeks ago, I looked at his channel to see what was up, and I mean, I think something is going on, not serious, but where he's just unable to make content right now. Because they're trolls, Wyatt. That's what they were doing. They were trolling me. And I just made sure not to do anything about that. Do I like walking by the beach? Sometimes. I'm not too much of an outgoing person, so I wouldn't do that very often in my life. But if a good friend or something maybe wanted to do that, then sure. I mean, I do have the nearest beach to me is about 70 miles, so it is kind of a distance, so it's one of the reasons why I don't do it too often. Okay, so Wyatt, currently I do not have a girlfriend, but I'm not answering that last one. That is too personal. Nemesis, Prototype, Tyrant versus the Resident Evil 7 boss. Well, you typed that out, so why couldn't you fix the spelling? Whatever. Nemesis, Prototype, Tyrant. All three of them versus what? Freaking Evelyn? Is that what you're saying? I think the three of them against her they would gain the upper hand. I do not have a LinkedIn profile. Which would I rather play, File 1 or File 2 of Outbreak? I think Outbreak 1. I know it a lot better than 2. Do I have a lot of social contact? It's not sure what you mean by that exactly. Because, I have, almost anyone these days, I have hundreds of people on my Facebook, and then you got 6,000 on my YouTube, and then a select few on my Twitter, but I don't actually contact them a whole lot. Unless you count something like this. Which melee moves are my most and least favorite? My favorite melee move is Chris's backhand in Resident Evil 5. My least favorite melee move is Rebecca's rump shaker in Resident Evil 5. It's one of the most retarded moves ever. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I am one of the straightest edge encompasses you'll ever meet. Actually, Epic Gift, I'm gonna play Resident Evil Gaiden, which is on the Game Boy Color. So, I don't know what you're saying. And I also plan on playing Deadly Silence, which is on the Nintendo DS. So I am playing the handheld games. It's mobile games I'm not playing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I think a college degree in finance would suit me? 4. I don't need a college degree. I have a certificate of achievement already, and that's good enough for me. Oh, college specifically in finance? 1. Have I ever thought of putting up a Skype chat or Discord for my subscribers? No, I don't use Skype that much, and I feel like this is pretty good. Well, Jeremiah, thanks for the clarification on that question. I mean, I talk to my I talk to my friends and family like maybe on a weekly basis, so it's good enough. I'm not like antisocial or anything. Dogs or kitties? Honestly, I can get a okay. I'd rather have a dog than a cat because a dog is a lot more like playful and interactive with humans than a cat is. Cats could be like major jerks sometimes, so yeah. There's a ROM of Resident Evil 1 Game Boy Color. Okay, what do you want me to do about that? I already played Resident Evil 1. And it's like, it was an unreleased game, so it's like, it doesn't belong in my Let's Plays. I lost you guys just now, so I'm gonna have to go to the YouTube page. Do I think they'll ever make a survival horror Resident Evil Code Veronica Part 2 or something with Leon and Krauser? I don't know. It's up to the developers. Can't really speculate on that kind of stuff. Thoughts on our experiences with Smash Brothers? Favorite Smash Brothers character? So the only one I've only played Super Smash Brothers Brawl and the new one on like the Wii U or something like that. Favorite character is probably Kirby. Still haven't caught up. X for backhand. Smash fucking everything. Hey, Big Loss. Alright, now I'm caught up. So, Remington 870 or Ithaca M37? Remington 870. It's like the classic shotgun of them all. I'm not political. I am not playing Umbrella Corps. It's not part of the series, in my opinion. So it's not gonna be on my channel. How much would I love or hate working in an office cubicle setting? It depends on what I'm doing. Honestly, if that's what I'm doing for like 8 hours a day, I feel like I would hate that, to be honest. But if I'm doing certain things in there that I enjoy, then maybe. I don't know, though. American Dad. Only seen like a couple episodes ever. I don't watch it fluently. No, Jeremiah, I have not ever played Pokemon. Not part of that group. Favorite alcohol beverage? If I drink at all. Well, I don't drink. I don't drink, to be honest. But, like, I do like Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's, like, the only alcoholic beverage I would drink regularly, if I were to. Favorite letter in the alphabet? That's an interesting one, but okay. Probably S. I have a favorite number. 7. Have I ever played any Mario games? Hell yeah. I've played all 3 of the classic Super Mario Brothers. I've played Super Mario World on the SNES. It's one of the first games I ever fully beat. And I've played a few Mario Karts here and there. Favorite weapon in Resident Evil: Dead Aim. Whatever that last weapon is, I can't remember the name of it right now. It's similar to the linear launcher. It shoots projectiles, but I forgot what it's called. Why did I name my channel The Gamershankster? So there's an interesting story behind this. When I first created this channel, I wanted to name it Shankster94. The problem was back then, YouTube's naming system was way different, and I guess numbers didn't matter. So when I tried putting Shankster94, they told me that there was already an account on YouTube. And so when I tried looking it up, I actually found a channel named Shankster30. So I was really pissed off that it wouldn't let me do it based on even though I had different numbers and whatnot. So I couldn't use Shankster94, so then I just figured, okay, well I want Shankster in there somehow, but just Shankster is just too vague. So I figured, okay, I'm a gamer, so let's just put The Gamer Shankster. And then I just put it into one word and put it in all caps, because back then I was hyperactive and thought I should do it. But yep, that's how The Gamer Shankster formed. Almost everything else about me, though, is considered Shankster94. Which could also lead to the question, why do I open all of my videos with what up, it's Shankster94, instead of what up, it's The Gamer Shankster? It's because I still want everyone to know me as Shankster94, really. Alright, so I definitely lost you guys after that one since I spent so long on that question. Oh, and which one is my favorite Mario game? My favorite Mario game is probably Super Mario World. You're welcome, Charlie. I'm not playing Umbrella Corps. Games I look forward to playing: the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, for sure. Tekken 7, and any future Resident Evil, maybe, that aren't related to Umbrella Corps. I have tried Red's Apple Ale, and I don't like it. It tastes too much like beer, and I don't like beer. What the hell is the B23R? I know what the Heckler & Koch VP70 is, but I do not know what the B23R is, so need to elaborate on that. Alright, I caught up. ICS for Shankster, yeah. What is my best break action shotgun in series? Hydra, Drake, M147, or M21? Break action. I personally think the Hydra is one of the best shotguns that ever came out in the series. It seems, though, since Resident Evil 5, it sort of gets worse, but it's still a pretty cool weapon, triple barrel. Have I ever played Spyro? Yes, in fact. I've played the very first one on the original PlayStation before, and yeah, along with Crash Bandicoot, it's a great series. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro were neck and neck. They even had a couple crossover games. Thoughts on Legend of the Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey? Alright, so it's happened again. Thank you very much, Wyatt Chatran, for that donation. You guys are really livening up these live streams. Alright, so Wyatt, those two games I haven't really looked into. Yes, I played Nintendo back in my childhood, but I don't really follow it anymore. I don't own a Wii U or the new Nintendo Switch. The latest Nintendo console I have is the Nintendo Wii. So I don't really follow the Mario brands anymore, to be honest. So I don't have any thoughts on those two games. Linear launcher or satellite laser targeting device? Linear launcher, considering you could use it. Well, both weapons you can only use at one specific boss fight, it seems. However, they do bring the linear launcher back for a battle game, which you could use throughout the entire thing. So the linear launcher has more replay value than the laser targeting device. My favorite scary movie? Huh. The Blair Witch Project. Algebra or geometry? Huh. I actually can answer that pretty fast. I love geometry a lot more than algebra. Algebra was one of my worst subjects in high school. I swear to God. I never want to deal with it again. But geometry is very interesting to me. Thoughts on an experience with Super Mario 64? Unfortunately, that's when I kind of stopped playing Mario, maybe, is like around the N64 days. I've played Mario Kart 64, but not the actual Super Mario game on it. So, unfortunately, I don't have opinions about it. Okay, well, if the B-23R is a fictional gun from COD, you already lost my interest. I fucking hate Call of Duty. Alright. Give you 5 reasons why I was disappointed in Resident Evil 6. Because even though they one, because they still kept too much action in there. 2, they that's too many reasons, because I honestly wasn't that disappointed with it. I enjoyed it from what I could get out of it. But, like, I do wish maybe they elaborated a little more between Leon and Ada, because I always want that. No, I can't give you 5 reasons. Burst handgun versus BP-70. Okay. The M93 Raffica, the burst handgun, because it's featured in the series a little more, and it's super powerful in both Resident Evil 5 and Code Veronica a little bit. Rebecca Chambers or versus Sherry Birkin. Huh. Well, if you want to be technical, see, Rebecca was 18 back in Resident Evil 1. Sherry was like 10 or something like that. I don't know if she was 10 or 12, but see, you got to keep it in the same timeline. So if you're talking about now Sherry, which is more like 30-something, and now Rebecca, or no, what am I saying? She was 10 in 1998, so 15. Okay, she's like 25 in Resident Evil 6. Rebecca would be somewhere around 30, like 33. I don't know. Sherry has a virus in her, though, so I think she would gain the upper hand. My favorite subject. Like school subject? It's probably science. Or no. Video production. That was it. Thoughts on Capcom's betrayal of Nintendo to port Resident Evil 4 to the PS2 from the GameCube, which it was originally exclusively for. I didn't know that happened. I mean, it got ported to both consoles regardless, so what are you saying? Are you saying it was originally exclusive for the GameCube only? Well, I think that's a betrayal on Capcom because it originated on the PlayStation. Okay, so listen to awkward porn sounds for 24 hours or listen to Ashley's ear rape scream. Yeah, considering it's ear rape, I'll take the point. Alright, what the hell? What the fuck is up with your autocorrect? I don't know. Like, pay attention before you press enter. Um, rate the coolness of the design of the riot gun in Resident Evil 4. 7 out of 10. Dang it. Alright. Man, it's taking me a while to catch up with you guys. You guys are asking a lot today. I wonder if eventually I just won't be able to do it. Have I seen the Chucky movies? Yes. You mean the Child's Play series? I own the entire series. Red 9 versus Barry's handgun in the remake. Red 9. Red 9. It's my favorite handgun in 4, is the Red 9. My favorite rocket launcher? I would have to say... probably the RPG-7. Because once, like, a lot of my favorite weapons, it just appears in the series frequently, and I like that about weapons if they keep appearing. My favorite shotgun in the series, the boomstick, the M1100 in Resident Evil 2, the full version. Who would win, Krauser or Wesker? Honestly, I think Wesker would win. Alright, have I seen any of Shadow Leggy's videos? No. The funniest thing I have ever seen? Way too vague. Well, then I guess I'm gonna have to check her out then, huh? I've heard of the Injustice game. Yeah, I've heard of the Injustice games, but no, I haven't played them. Which weapon upgrade system is my favorite? Buy or sell or leveling up, or the detachable upgrade? I honestly like buy, sell, and leveling up a lot more. My favorite Resident Evil boss, Nemesis. I'm just gonna say Nemesis for that question because it's the only one I could think of. Mary Hunnigan or Helena? Hunnigan, because she's like very super smart, probably like technologically smart too. So. My favorite dog? Probably the classic Cerberus from Resident Evil 1. If Sherry didn't get the vaccine, yeah, the embryos would have pupated and it would have created offspring. So, yeah, I think so. It's either she would have become a monster or she would die somehow. Ugh. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, what kind of a question is that? Do I know Mortal Kombat? Yes, and I own Trilogy on the N64. Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I like Mortal Kombat more. I never really got into Street Fighter, even though I play Tekken. Why does Resident Evil 6 have nudity? I don't know, it's rated M. Who cares? Game or movie? Screw the movies if you're comparing them to the games. If they stand alone, then they're badass movies. Lewis or Carlos? Well, Carlos survives, so I'm gonna have to go with him. The worst places to get punched. The stomach. If there was a Resident Evil fighting game, would I play it? Yeah, I would try it out. I own Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate. Alright. It's getting bright. What other career do I personally want to learn? I want to be either the cinematographer or the main editor in the film industry. Thoughts on Resident Evil 4 bosses, example of quality of design. Well, for 2004, I mean, the game was released in 2005, so you could say it was being developed maybe as far back as 2004. For the time, I mean, I think the designs are pretty good. Mr. Bean. I've heard that name before, but right now I can't think of who that is. Who would I rather see come back, Billy or Claire? Well, considering Claire has come back from her first role at least once, and Billy has not, I would rather see Billy. Would I survive army training? Probably not. I'm like way too kind-hearted. Do I like Monty Python? Well, I haven't watched or seen anything involving Monty Python, so I'm neutral on that one. It's just a flesh wound. The weirdest melee move besides Rebecca's Rump Shaker and Excel's... Well... freaking... Honestly, I think Wesker's Jaguar kick is pretty weird looking. It's like a weak looking kick, if you ask me. I don't know, but see, you're excluding the obvious ones, so it makes it really difficult for me to answer that. Have I ever played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii? Yeah, I own it on the Wii. In fact, I own, like, let me see, PS2, Wii, 360, and then 1. I own 4 different versions of Resident Evil 4. The only one I don't own is the GameCube, or the PC. Would I ever have Superman or Supergirl powers or Green Lantern's powers? I would go with the Super. What stuff do I watch on Netflix? Tons of stuff. I don't really watch TV shows. I mostly watch just movies, and they could range between like the 60s and today. So, I'm a movie watcher. How far do I think I would get? Lost it. How far do I think I would get in Leon's Resident Evil 4 scenario? What do you mean by that? How far do I think I would get? I'm gonna beat it. Or did you mean you? First aid spray or the RGB herb mix? That is a stupid question. If you've been watching my videos, you know damn well I've been avoiding first aid sprays like the plague. Which melee move do I think would hurt the most realistically? Wesker's Rhino Charge. Because that will kill you. Yeah, I'm good. When I go like, I'm doing it on purpose because sometimes like some of these questions seem a little rhetorical or self-explanatory. But anyway, if I could sleep with any celebrity, Ariana Grande. Degeneration or Damnation? Well, considering I have only seen Degeneration, I haven't got a chance to watch Damnation yet. It's not a real fair question at the moment. Would I play Resident Evil 1.5 or 3.5 if they got released? Well, I've already had a chance to play 1.5, and I have to say it's glitchy as hell, and I don't like it that much. 3.5, I'm really interested in seeing. I mean, the whole like man with hooks thing and stuff. Hunk's neckbreaker or Chris's neckbreaker? Hunk's. It's a full 180-degree rotation, while Chris's is just a simple, the typical neckbreaker. Hunk's is ridiculous. My favorite cartoon? Ugh. Well, the one I watched back, like maybe 10 years ago, back then, on Disney XD. American Dragon Jake Long. Dr. Salvador versus El Gigante. Who would win? Well, the El Gigante could just crush him. So, yeah. Can I speedrun better now? Probably. I don't do anything with Game of Thrones, man. How far do I think I would make it in Leon's scenario in real life as I am now? Probably up until the Iron Maiden. Favorite type of sandwich? Okay, well, if you're not implying Jill sandwich, simple bologna. Resident Evil 1.5 does exist. It is downloadable as a ROM, and you could hook it up to an emulator. I don't read the Resident Evil novels. I have not watched BoJack Horseman, and I personally don't like people recommending things. Why show Hunk once? Could he have been so-called Redfield? That would be something, but considering he looks older in the epilogue photo than that Redfield dude does when that's taken place like a good freaking 19 years later, no, there's no fucking way that's Hunk. Would it be cool if there was a mode in every Resident Evil where you could play as a boss and go fight the protagonist in reverse boss fight? Sure, so long as they keep it strictly a minigame. Would PRL 412 overpower if it was released DLC if it was released as a DLC weapon in 5 and 6? Maybe, but I have fun with overpowered weapons, so I would like it. Super Salvador versus the Bella Sisters. Well, considering it's the same amount of blades on a saw, but he's like twice the size as both of them, and he's much faster too. So, yeah, I think the Super Salvador would win. Who's the best girl? Who would be the best girl to have as a girlfriend? In my opinion, Ada Wong. All right, we got 15 minutes. Would I quit YouTube with no explanation for $1 million? I hate these, like, would you questions. Honestly, at the rate that my YouTube is going, it would take over 100 years to make that amount of money. So it would be super, super tempting, I'm telling you. A memorable memory when playing one of the classic Resident Evil games. Beating Resident Evil 3 with that awesome cinematic sequence of Raccoon City getting obliterated. If I had a chance to travel to another country, where would I want to go? I know I've answered that question many times in my life, and probably different every single time. But I'd probably go, first place I would go would be China, to be honest. Salazar versus Sadler. Well, I think Sadler would have the upper hand, considering he practically raised Salazar. Was there a boss fight that I thought was too easy? Yeah, there's quite a few, actually. If you would count, like, the whole Ouroboros thing, like the first thing you come across in Resident Evil 5, to where you just have to incinerate it, like in the furnace or whatever that thing is. That was a pretty easy boss fight. No trouble first try. Also, I actually didn't have that much trouble with Jack Baker in Resident Evil 7. My first playthrough of it ever, I didn't get killed by him. So, that might have been... But I wouldn't say that was too easy, because in subsequent playthroughs, he actually did kill me, so... What do I think of this ad crisis? Well, if you're talking about Google and YouTube specifically, then yeah, it is a major letdown. And, like, it's affecting creators everywhere, including myself, a little bit. My opinion on speedrunning, people want to do that, they can. I would speedrun, like, if I wanted to. I could speedrun if I wanted to. And, like, I even think about sometimes, like, when I'm done with all of these Let's Plays, like, doing maybe speedruns. Just one playthrough of every game again, just speedrunning it. And see how quickly I get through the entire franchise or something like that. Do I think Ada's coldness, cold-heartedness, and distance would present a problem if she was your girlfriend? It may. It's the only trouble with her. She's very, like, secretive, and she does have, like, a mild dark side a little bit. What would be my favorite design? BSAA assault rifle 556, G36, the assault rifle for special tactics, or the NSR 47. I think out of all of those, I think I like this SIG 556 the most. a rage-inducing moment during any Resident Evil. When I get my head decapitated by a fucking hunter in any of the classic games. Yep, I own a car. It's a 1998 Honda Civic. There's a reference near the end of Resident Evil 4. Not off the top of my head, I can't. I think the Revenant is a lot more annoying, to be honest. Where would I go if I had a time machine? Well, I'm not too keen on the subject of time travel because of all the media I've seen of it. It always screws with my mind, and I don't like it. Time should not be messed with. But if I had to go somewhere, a specific point in time, I'll go back to the 70s. For sure. No specifics. The greater milestone for the series, 4 or 7. Well, 4 is still considered a fan favorite, and not the whole fan base is like in Resident Evil 7, unfortunately, so I'm pretty sure 4 is a better milestone. I just personally think 7 is the next great milestone. If I were to infect myself and take control of any of the viruses, which one would I choose? Well, considering probably the T virus, to be honest. Because all, like, Wesker and Jill, like, were infected with the T virus. Both of them, at least it doesn't change their form, so. If I took over the world, what would I do? I just don't have the mind to be able to deal with that. I can't answer that question. How many Magini would Chris punch if Chris could punch Magini? Well, I have managed to get 7 Magini in one backhand one time, so. Would being able to play as a nude character in any Resident Evil game would be something that would be interesting. Yeah, if it was a pornographic title, maybe. How many times did I die in Resident Evil 4? Too many to count. Bugatti or Lamborghini? Lamborghini. Diablo. Who's scarier to run away from at night in a park? A licker or a revenant? Well, a revenant. I don't know. I'd probably say the revenant. Okay, yeah. So you said near the end, but that's still too broad. Like, I thought you were talking about, like, the Sea-Doo scene and whatnot. But yeah, obviously, that's a reference to Resident Evil 2, Ada throwing the rocket launcher. Would I be pissed if Resident Evil 8 was basically just a complete Call of Duty unified game? Yes, I would. I'd be really, really pissed off. But I would still get it, because it's a numbered title. I beat, well, good on ya. If I were given a chance to control a liquor army, would I kill people or have fun with the Lakers? I wouldn't kill people, that's for damn sure. What are the similarities and differences between liquor and bloodshot? Similarities, they're basically these skinless bastards. Major differences, the bloodshot can see, the liquor can't. And the bloodshot doesn't have long-ass tongues. What is the least likable Resident Evil character? It's either Ashley from Resident Evil 4 or it's Jessica from Revelations, in my opinion. Most frustrating and cheap section in Resident Evil 4 in terms of how much you're cheaply killed by enemies. It's when you, like... I think it's where you enter... I'm trying to think... At some point in the castle, you enter this really large room, and like on the second half of the process to get through that room, you have to just keep enemies off of Ashley. That section is my least favorite, because the enemies are like, there's too many and they just keep on hitting you. Most brutal death in the series. Whew, dang. Brutal death. Honestly, I think it's getting killed by the Garrador or an Iron Maiden in Resident Evil 4. Because he's already got you hanging. He's already got your head in his claws. Then he just goes straight for the stomach right after that. Have I personally ever tried a knife run only? Or a knife only run? No, I haven't. It's just too big of a challenge for me. One I'm just not really that interested in. Well, you couldn't be playing Resident Evil 4 any longer than that because that's how long it's been out. How many Maginis can I hit with Barry's Hurricane? Well, if you got them lined up perfectly, you probably... And you get them in a corner, you probably 10. How much time is left? Oh, good question. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, so we're getting close, people. But, God, I'm so far behind. Liquor or liquor beta? Liquor beta. What song would describe the moment in my Resident Evil Zero weapon review where Billy threw the Molotov at Rebecca? What song? I just don't have the time to think about that. It's like a fail song or something like that. Would I play a full-on 20-hour mainline Resident Evil game where I played the whole game as a standard zombie? I don't know. That seems pretty damn boring if you ask me. My favorite Metallica album? Ride the Lightning. Would I rather fight second malformation of G. Birkin or Regenerator? I would fight the second malformation of G. I don't know what will happen to Jake. The most shocking Resident Evil 4 moment? Most shocking. Probably Krauser showing up. Yeah, we have 25 seconds. I'm trying to grow a stash right now. Ha! What do I like least about the Resident Evil series as a whole? How it converted into action, like after Resident Evil 4. Ah. And my timer's going off, so the last question I'm answering is Stanch Springs 98, Metallica, or Twisted Sister. So, do I think Jake Muller will return in a later installment? I don't know. It's up to the developers. We can't speculate that. And finally, Metallica or Twisted Sister? Metallica. All the way. I'll go ahead and answer that real quick, Epic. Yes, I've played GoldenEye. It is my favorite game on the N64. Alrighty, people, that is the last question I'm going to answer. So, I'm going to go ahead... I'm going to go ahead and call this one done. Hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Some great questions once again. These are remaining very consistent. Yeah, this one may have been slower than the last two. And me personally, though, I fell behind more than ever, so I don't know what you're saying. So, anyway, this was a great live stream. I'll see you guys next week. No specific days. You need to check my channel if you want to know exactly what day and what time. Alright? Because apparently the notification system is screwed up, so there's no way I could really tell you guys exactly when I was going to do it unless I actually make a video on it, and that's just a waste of my time, personally. So, alright guys, this is Shankster94, aka TheGamersHankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. And of course, when I finally get done editing Code Veronica X Weapons Review, or not Weapons Review, let's fully play Code Veronica X. Alright, peace out.